bright and early, bushy-tailed, right? Anywho, good morning, you guys. Martha Krejci here. If you don't know who I am, no big deal. I am a business growth expert. What I'm doing, what my family is doing, what my business is doing is we are ending poverty. And the way in which we're ending poverty is we're teaching families how to be able to grow high profit margin businesses from home. So like 85 to 95% margin, meaning that's the take home, right? And the way in which we're doing that is we're teaching them to utilize things that they already know and that they're already passionate about and they already geek out about. So it's pretty simple, but we show them how to be able to monetize that in service to their community, which then allows them to be able to give back to their people, right? Now, I could tell you to do that all day long and you'll be like, okay, that sounds great. I'm going to go try to figure all these things out. That will take you many, many years to try to figure out. I guarantee it, because I'm a business strategist and it took me, it's been 12 years now. Now I figured it out, years ago, but still it took me a long time to be able to figure that stuff out. So I don't wish that on anybody, not on my worst enemy. Do I wish wasting time? And so in HBR, what we do is we teach you how to be able to do these things in a way that works and you don't have to spend money on ads. Okay, you don't need to worry about the headache of ads. You build relationships. We show you how to be able to do precisely what we've done. And then you can live the life that you desire to live in service to your people, living your own mission. Sound fair? That's HBR. It's going up in price. Okay, first of all, it's half off its normal price right now. The normal price is going up almost 2x, okay? So it's about 80% off right now. So if you're getting in, you need to get in stat. I'm not playing around. When it goes up in price, do not say, I meant to get in before, because you've had so much time. Okay, you need to get in now. And I'm not sure when it's going up in price because it's when the e-commerce site is done, which is going to be very soon. Okay, so what you do is you go to Livin the Dream with Martha, which is my Facebook business page. You message me the words case study, rainbows and unicorns, whatever you want to message me, makes no difference to me, right? And we will have a conversation. I will give you the details of the program. You'll say whether you're in or out. If you're out, no big deal, but do understand most people still come back about 6 months later and say, man, I wish I had done this earlier. So there's that. Also, no 6 months later, it's going to be 80% more. So you know what I'm saying? If you're on the fence, really, really look at why you're on the fence. Because if it's just sheer fear of success, which is what it usually is, like, oh my gosh, what if this works? What if I actually am able to be successful? What happens then? Don't let the paralysis of not being able to understand what your fear is stop you, all right? Because we go through all of that. We go through mindset. We go through all of that stuff. You're going to be able to crush it, okay? Just understand that. You've got a community of people that are helping you out. Don't not do it because you don't know what's on the other side, okay? It's the silliest reason in the world to not live out your own destiny and let your kids see you live it out and let your community see you lead it out. Or live it out or lead it out, right? It's the silliest reason. Any fear is untrue, okay? Especially fear of doing things in HBR. All you have to do is ask people. It's life-changing. It's not even just about money. It's about who you are as a person. Who you are changes into the best possible version of yourself. You don't have to go to therapy for years. I mean, I love therapy, don't get me wrong. But there's a weird/amazing thing that happens in HBR where people just shift into like these glorious people. And so that's what you're getting in on. And then, yeah, you get to build a business from it. You get to build income from home in 5 to 10 hours a week. All of those things, right? All of those things that I do myself and that I show you how to do. But don't just not invest in yourself because you don't know what that looks like. None of us knew what it looked like before we did it. But now, man, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Nothing. You see what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to get off of that. Now, if you're watching on the YouTubes, YouTubes. There it is. Make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on, because I forgot to say the second half of that. That was weird. It's like muscle memory. I forgot to say the second half. If you're not watching on YouTube, at the end of this video, go over to YouTube, search my first and last name, click on the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified, because here we go. People win things. One person every single week, and I'll mention it tomorrow. One person every single week that is both subscribed to YouTube and comments on the YouTube videos. Subscribe to YouTube and comments on the YouTube videos. One person every week wins something, okay? So you don't even have to buy anything, you just win. And we have our premiere. So there is a premiere, you guys, Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's our Entrepreneurs Born or Bred. I love the premieres because I get to hang out with you in the chat. So if you have questions, you just want to goof off, then we get to hang out together in the chat. So the link for that is in the description. Also, last thing that I'm going to say for right now anyway, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, is the mastermind. If you are not yet signed up for the mastermind, the May 28th and 29th mastermind, the link is in the description of this video. Make sure that you sign up for that. I already have, well, I have too many speakers. I have too many people that have said yes to being a part of this thing. And have you ever gone to a virtual summit or something like that and been like, this is cool and all, but man, I think I could really do something awesome. Have you ever done that? That's what I do all the time. I'm always like, this is cool and all, but if we had had this and this and this, and the way that I gauge that is I don't just want let me back up. I don't want just notable people talking about their things. What I want is, because in the mastermind, what we're going to be going over are your next 90 days, your goals, how you're going to implement them, your action items, all of that, right? So I don't just want notable people talking about their things. I don't want something you could see on a YouTube video, but it's just here in a virtual forum, right? I don't want that. Instead, what I want is I want people coming in and reinforcing beliefs, habits, ideas that then have you like, right? So I want to add fire on top of fire on top of fire. So this refining process that happens to you is because of these different individuals and what they bring. So it's not like confetti where it's a non sequitur and they're not really connected, right? I need them all to be connected and building on belief, on belief, on belief. So by the end of it, you are like, I cannot be stopped. That's what I want. And that's what I got. And I have too many people. We'll work it out, okay? We'll work it out. But it's amazing. And I'm not going to tell you who the people are, but it's like, I can't even believe we have some of these people. And the ones that you may not know yet, whenever you see them, you're going to understand probably 5 minutes into their talk precisely why they're there. Because you'll be like changed. You'll be moved. You'll realize things that were all around you before, but you just didn't realize before. My suggestion before you even go to the mastermind is to get in Big Think. When you get in Big Think first, everything is going to expand. You get into the mastermind and it's going to be like, poof, here we go, right? So make sure, if you can, do Big Think first, and then the mastermind is the 28th and the 29th. Again, the link is in the description of this video. Last thing, none of the money for the mastermind goes to me. All of the people that are speaking are doing it pro bono. I don't know what's going on with my camera right now. All the people that are speaking are pro bono, which means they're not even charging money to speak. I am paying for a studio and a video crew and all of that, right? So we're spending money on it. But I don't know what is going on with this, man. I don't know if I should even mess with it. I'm not touching it. But anyway, but they're doing it for free, okay? Because all of the money goes to Operation Underground Railroad. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and go to the link in the description of this video about the mastermind. There's a video of what they do. Feel free to go to their website. The money, as you pay for the mastermind, it goes directly to OUR. It's like if you look at the URL at the top, it's their URL. It doesn't pass through my accounting in any capacity. Straight to them. Do not pass go, right? It's straight to them. We're going to raise $1 to $2 million to help kids be saved from human trafficking, to get them back home, to get them back where they need to be, and then to also put the predators away. So I don't know about you, but I'll go ahead and throw $250 or $350 at that cause. And then be blessed by the growth that's going to happen from the mastermind. I don't know about you. I would do that. Again, I would do Big Think first just to grease the wheels and allow you to just take as much. It's almost like, it's like your brain is a sponge filled up with like gunk and grease from kitchen water, right? Kitchen sink water. What Big Think's going to do is it's going to clean up that sponge, get it totally clean so you can pull in the good stuff. When your sponge is full, you can't pull anything else in, right? That's what Big Think does. It helps you get rid of the stuff that is untrue and allows you to pull in all the good stuff. And that's how you take off, guys. Okay? All right. Okay, well, let me say hi to some of you guys. Where are we? 12 minutes in. Good grief. Corey, good morning. Megan, good morning. Lynn, happy Tuesday morning. Carrie, good morning. You are helping me bring out the light in my beige so I can serve my people. Oh, I love it. Guinevere, oh, you've got, this is my girl. Oh, you tagged a friend. Thank you. I love when you guys tag friends. Jennifer, good morning, lovely Martha. Aw, shucks. Andrea, happy Tuesday. Michelle, let's talk about serving people Tuesday. Yes. Echo, good morning. Excited to be on live. Boom. Nancy, good morning. Martina, good morning. Judith, hello. Lorna, good morning. Whisper, good morning. HBR is a game changer. It's amazing. Heck yes, it is. Y'all don't know what you're missing out on if you're not in HBR. The minute you join HBR, you realize what you were missing out on. And you've been missing out on it your entire life. Like you've never seen anything like it before. You've never seen anything like it before. There may not ever be anything like it again. It is its own thing. It's a special, special thing, you guys. It really is. LaShonda, cut the learning curve. Boom. Okay, I'm going to go into talking about the stuff. I love seeing you guys here. Okay, so what are we talking about? Why is this always me? It's not always me. This is the last day I do this goofiness. The worst way to fail. Woo! Shoot, right? The worst way to fail, you guys. Well, here's the worst way to fail. The worst way to fail is thinking, okay, well, I need to make some money. Well, the first thing that usually happens, there's usually a catalyst before any decision is made, right? And a catalyst is usually something like, I don't want to be at this job, and so I want to be able to work from home, right? It's a typical catalyst. And then you say, okay, well, to be able to do that, then I need to be able to bring in income from home. And then you start doing Google searches. And then whenever you do Google searches, you see ways to be able to bring in money, but man, it doesn't seem like a lot of money, and you don't really know if you want to do that stuff, right? And then you kind of like weigh back and forth, like, I don't know, maybe it's just worth it for me to keep my job instead of having to do this stuff, right? And then you find somebody like me. And I'm talking about, hey, well, shoot, you can work from home right now. You can build your own business. You can do all of these things, high profit margin businesses, all of this stuff that I talk about, that I eat, breathe, live, walk, talk, everything, right? Because I know it so well. And I can do it. If anybody has ever seen me on a group coaching call where somebody's like, I need help with my this, you see me grab my notebook. That's the first thing that you'll see. Usually I'll be sitting right here. Somebody will say, I need help with this. You'll see me do this. I'll grab my notebook, set it in front of me, grab my pen, and then I'm listening. I'm ready to go, right? Tell me if you've seen me do that before. It's like typical. I'll do it a bunch today. I've got 2 group coaching calls today. So aside from that, you see somebody like me and then you're like, okay, well, if she can do it, I can do it, which is precisely true. You can absolutely do it because I can do it. And then you start. Okay? Accurate. Yeah. Yep, every time. That's it. That's it. You have to have a notebook. Yeah. These are my students. You guys. They're seeing it. Martha is listening. Yeah. Oh, 100% I'm listening. I'm listening because I'm listening for the stuck spots. I'm like, where's the stuck spot so I can get you moving? And that's what's the question I ask right afterward. Is that helpful? Do you feel like you can move forward now? Those are always my questions. Is that helpful? Do you feel like you can move forward now? All right. Anywho, so you see somebody like me, and then you're like, oh, okay, she can do it, so I can do it, which is true. And then you're like, okay, so I'm going to start doing this. Here's what you do. Instead of jumping into my program because you're not sure of who I am and you're like, she might be lying, right? Because everybody is skeptical. And there's nothing wrong with being skeptical, because if we weren't skeptical, we probably wouldn't be alive. Let's call it, right? It's like what keeps us alive is being skeptical. Like, I don't know that that's a good idea, right? Like, I don't know that I should walk by that van, like it's just like we are skeptical. We should be. And so you're skeptical whenever you see me and you're like, I don't really know. She seems a little like, goofy or whatever. I don't know if she really knows what she's talking about, which is fine. And so what you do is you go to try to do it on your own. And then you find the different gurus online, and they're telling you about email marketing, and they're telling you about, you need this click funnel, and they're telling you about how you need to do these Facebook ads and how you can't succeed without Facebook ads. And then they tell you about all of these things that you need, which is what they're selling, right? I mean, you need to understand that. And then whenever you see all of these things that you need, you start picking them up because you're like, oh, well, they know what they're talking about. They're a guru. Let's stop for a minute and think, why do we think they're a guru? Why do you think they're a guru? Like, why do you believe they're a guru? Not why do you think they really are a guru, but why do you believe that they're a guru and that they should be believed over anybody else? I'm going to tell you right now, and it's a psychological thing. It's because they put so much money into Facebook ads that they show up in front of you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. They have bought their guru. They're not actually gurus. What they do doesn't actually work. It did at one point, but it doesn't anymore. People have changed. People are different, especially in the last year. People are different. But the only reason that we even think that they're a guru at all is because they bought guru status. So imagine somebody buying followers on Instagram. It's the same exact thing. They're buying status. And then you believe them because you see them all over the place and you're like, oh, well, they must know what they're talking about. And then here's what happens. You buy their product, whether it's expensive or not, makes no difference. You buy their product and then it doesn't work for you. And then you're like, "Oh, but they know what they're doing. Why doesn't it work for me? That must mean there's something wrong with me." And there's not. That person isn't the guru you think they are. That person isn't actually doing what they're teaching. Does that make sense? You need to make sure that the mentors that you're looking up to are doing what they're teaching. Now, if you're in HBR right now, tell me, do I do what I teach? Day in, day out, day in, day out. Do I do precisely what I teach you to do? Look forward to seeing those answers. You guys pay attention to the answers here, because I know what they're going to say, because I do what I say. That's integrity. That is integrity in marketing. That seems like it shouldn't even be a real thing, integrity in marketing, right? So imagine if you can build a business with integrity. Imagine if you can do that. I show you precisely how to do that. So look at your mentors and make sure that your mentors are where you want to be in the way that you want to be there. Not by buying a bunch. I mean, if you want to spend 50 grand a month on Facebook ads, then follow the people that you see doing that, because that's how they make their money. If you want to spend 50 grand a month on Facebook ads, have at it. If you want to spend zero, then follow me. Okay? You got to understand what you're seeing and what you're being sold. Now, that's not even the worst part. The worst part is this, is that whenever you go to build your business with these other people's things, which are kind of like echo chambers, in my opinion. So like, set up this Facebook ad and set up this email marketing and set this up. Well, they all need to work together, okay? They can't just be echo chambers disconnected. It breaks everything. It can't work that way. It can't, okay? Your messaging is disjointed. It can't work. It's like a person that is like got arms cut off and legs cut off and they're kind of, that's not a complete person, right? And we need to have everything all together. That was weird. That was a weird visual, but whatever, it's Tuesday. So what happens is you start building your business in this way and you get anxiety and you get depressed and you get frantic and you get panicky and you get weird. And your business cannot grow in that space because you tighten up. You're like, you suck the life out of your business, out of yourself, which you're a personal brand, so sucking the life out of your business. And then here's what happens. You're like, well, this person is being successful. I'm going to model after them. And then you start trying to be someone else. And you have lost everything. The worst way to fail is by pretending to be somebody else, because that's not even your failure anymore. But you're going to take it on and you're going to create it as part of your identity, but it's not yours. You didn't fail. That person failed. You being that person failed, which it should, because you're not that person. In HBR, we show you how to be able to bring it out of yourself, how to bring your gold out of you. So you create a business based on you and who you are and how you're here to serve the world, not to be anybody else. You're not here to be me. You're not here to be anybody else but you. And that's what we bring out in you. That's HBR. And that's why you need it. I love you guys. See you later.